Got a question about the law? Well, now's your chance, North Texas. Get ready to Ask the Lawyer.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Ask the Lawyer. I'm your host, Brenda Teal, here to answer your legal questions today. Our personal injury attorneys, Manuel Green and Jeff Benton from the Rad Law Firm. Just call that number you see on your screen. The number is 1-888-887-9521. One more time, 888-887-9521. Or email your question to askthelawyer@radlawfirm.com. Phone lines are open right now. Let's get started. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go to Kevin right now in Dallas. Hi, Kevin.
Yeah, I was crossing the street the other day, and the walk signal was on, but a car turned left and hit me. What are my options?
Wow. What are his options? He had the right-of-way. The walk sign was blinking for him to move.
He certainly had the right-of-way, Brenda, and hopefully he got the driver's license plate number, the driver stopped, or maybe there were some witnesses that got the information. With him having the right-of-way, that driver failed to yield the right-of-way when he turned into him. Hopefully he's not injured too badly, but if he is, he would certainly have a claim against that driver.
Well, Jeff, let me ask you, what if he doesn't have a police report and it's been, say, 2 weeks since the incident occurred?
It's always best to get a police report, and so you always want to see a police report on something like that. But if he doesn't, it doesn't prevent him from bringing a claim, and he has up to 2 years to bring a claim. It's obviously better if he brings it earlier when memories are fresh and when you can find the witnesses and you can find the driver of the car. But 2 weeks is not a problem.
You know, and I'm glad you said that, because there are occasions when an injury will pop up 6 months down the road, and you never really associated with that one incident when you were hit as you were trying to walk across the street. Let's go to an email question now. This one from John and McKinney. He says, I think I'm being exposed to toxic chemicals at work, but don't want to say anything for fear of losing my job. Can you help? What should he do? What do you think, Manuel?
Well, I think definitely this is something that he needs to report to his employer. He wants to protect the safety of both himself and all the employees that are on the job site. There are several privileges that an employee has in Texas that he can actually not be punished for blowing the whistle, let's say, on a case like this. We want to encourage all the employees in Texas to be able to, report toxic chemicals, report these kinds of instances. So I think he would be protected under state law if he decided to let it be known that this is going on. So I would encourage him to give us a call at the firm, and if it's something that he can recover for, if it's something that he's been injured as a result of those chemicals, then we can look at his case a little further. And there may or may not be anything to it, but you have to start the investigation process. Absolutely. We want to make sure that they have a safe work environment.
That's right. That's right. The number to call if you have a question is 888-887-9521, 888-887-9521. The phone lines are open right now. If you're not able to get through, please keep trying. We've got Crystal from Fort Worth on the line right now. Go ahead, Crystal.
Yeah, hi. I have a sign in my yard that says beware of my dog. Is this enough to keep me from being sued if someone jumps over the fence and is bitten?
Well, Jeff?
Well, actually, there's not much that can keep you from being sued if somebody wants to file a lawsuit. But as far as liability, if you've got a sign up and it's not a dangerous dog, or even if it is a dangerous dog, if you've got the sign up, you've taken some precautions, and I don't think it's likely that you'd face any liability over that. But of course, we need to know all the facts of the case, why the person came over the fence, etc. Okay,
I may not be correct in saying this, but if someone jumps your fence and they happen to get bitten by your dog, I'm thinking the dog gets a bone. The dog did what it was supposed to do. Don't be mad at the dog.
All right. Let's just hope they're not jumping to escape a dog in the neighbor's yard.
All right, let's go to another email question now. Karen in Garland. She says that I was driving a rental car when I got hit. The other driver took responsibility, but he's uninsured, and now the rental outfit is coming after me. What do I do? What do you think, Manuel?
Brenda, this is a good question. A lot of people in Texas don't realize that a rental car is a car that's covered under your own personal policy. All right, so if you're out of town or your car's in the shop, this is a classic example of somebody hits you that doesn't have insurance. What do I do? How do I pay the bills? How do I pay the property damage? Everything associated with an accident. What they need to know is that if they have the proper insurance under their own car insurance, it doesn't matter if it's a rental car. Call your insurance company. Hopefully you have collision coverage. And if you're in a replacement vehicle, your car insurance will pick up the tab for all of those damages.
Okay, but what if she doesn't have insurance? Then what?
Well, hopefully she bought the extra insurance on that rental policy. Most big rental car companies aren't going to let that rental car off the property unless you can show some sort of valid collision coverage to protect themselves. So hopefully she paid the $8 or $10 more on that rental policy and picked up that collision coverage, and then she would have an out that way.
If she didn't, she sure is wishing she had paid the extra $8 right about now.
Absolutely.
The number again is 888-887-9521, 888-887-9521. We want to hear from you. If you have a question to ask us, you're watching Ask the Lawyer. We'll be right back.